What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you all another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video, and in this video it is episode number 12 of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams. 5 new teams to be rated. As always, if you want a chance to be featured in one of the future episodes, what you need to do is head over to Twitter, follow me on Twitter. That is where I ask you all to tweet me your Diamond Dynasty teams. If you want to see episode number 13 of the series, what you need to do is hit that like button right now. 75 likes on this video by the end of the week, and I will drop episode number 13 on Sunday. And also subscribe to the channel if you guys are not subscribed already. On the road to 6,000 subscribers, we are 400 away. If you guys help me reach that goal, that would be absolutely awesome. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming, red button beaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for me to rate 5 more of your Diamond Dynasty teams here on Twitter. I'm going to try to implement Instagram in the next episode, I promise. I know a lot of people do use Instagram and do not have Twitter, so I'm going to try to implement Instagram into the next episode. But if you are not following me on Twitter and you want a chance to be featured in one of these episodes, make sure to go do that. Link is in the description below. At VinnyKa on Twitter. We got 5 new teams to rate today on a scale of 1 to 10. Going to be rating the starting lineup, the rotation, and the bullpen on a scale of 1 to 10, then give the team overall a scale of 1 to 10 grade. And the first squad comes from Landry Shamit's alt account. I know he's an NBA player. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name right, but regardless, the team looks pretty good. Almost a complete God squad, almost the best possible team you could make in the game right now, in my opinion. Has the new 99 Corey Seager, has parallel 5 Chipper, parallel 5 Kyle Schwarber. He's got Eddie Rosario, Mickey Mantle, Mookie Betts. He has Cap at shortstop. Is Cap the best shortstop in the game right now? Let me know. I personally do not use a cap, but if you want to use a cap, keep on doing that, because I know a lot of people do like using their cap. But Chipper Jones, best third base in the game, wouldn't change anything there. Really like Corey Seager at second. Doesn't have the best defensive stats, but he's not bad. He could play shortstop if you want, but second base, that's not a bad idea. I really don't like Frank Thomas though because of his size. I prefer Vlad Jr. or Lou Gehrig over Frank Thomas. Kyle Schwarber, probably a top 2, top 3 catcher in the game. Parallel 5, probably the best hitting catcher in the game in my opinion, but I do like Adley better because of the defensive stats and the switch hitting bat. So that's all I would change with the infield. Then the outfield, I really like Mookie Betts moving back to his primary position, so you could put Corey Seager at second base. I like that. Mickey Mantle, best card in the game, in center field, and I really like the Eddie Rosario in left field. He has a great swing, great contact, great power, little bit of a liability because of his speed. Defensive stats, not the best, but I really like the offense. I would give it a 9.6 out of 10. So the offense was really solid, and the starting rotation and the bullpen look really good as well. We have parallel 5 Ohtani, we have Clayton Kershaw, the 99 Felix, parallel 5 DeGrom, and 99 Logan Webb. Really like the rotation. I'd say you have 5 of the top 9 pitchers in the game right now, in my opinion. If you can get Verlander, Nolan Ryan, Arrieta over guys like Logan Webb or Shohei Ohtani, I think that would be a little bit better, because I personally don't like Ohtani on the mound. Yeah, he can hit, and that's what really makes him great, but I would prefer those guys over Ohtani on the mound, because you have a lot of firepower as it is on the offensive side of the ball. So I'd rather have the best starters pitching wise that I can get. And I also prefer McCullers over Logan Webb. That's my personal opinion. Some people do like Logan Webb over McCullers, but the rotation's really good. I would give it a 9.3 out of 10. And the bullpen is almost as good as it gets. Blake Trinan, you have the new Phil Maton, Bruce Dark-Gratterall, Tyler Mazdek, Andrew Miller, Rich Gossage Jansen, and Mariano Rivera. The only card you're missing is the Aroldis Chapman 97 overall and the 99 Billy Wagner. Once you get them, this bullpen will be a 10 out of 10. But as it stands right now, I would give it a 9.6 out of 10. So overall, I would give your team a 9.5 out of 10. The next team comes from Zach, and Zach has a really good team as well offensively. I like a lot of these cards. Maybe the best infield you can have in the game, in my opinion. You have Chipper at third, Corey Seager at shortstop, Mookie Betts at second base, and then Lou Gehrig at first base. I wouldn't change anything there. Really like that. Not the biggest fan of Mike Piazza behind the plate, because defensively, he's not the best. If you pitch him inside, if you're playing a good player, it's difficult to get inside hits with this Mike Piazza card. I prefer Kyle Schwarber, Adley Rutschman, and the Yasmani Grandal over Mike Piazza, so that's the only thing I would change about the infield. Then the outfield, you have Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle, I love in right field, best card in the game, like I talked about earlier, so I have no problem with using him in right field. Then we have Hank Aaron and Willie Mays, and these two cards are definitely top 10 cards in the game, but I know some people either love these cards or hate them. There's no in between. People aren't like, oh yeah, they're all right. It's either you love them or you hate them, because they don't have the best swings, not the best batting stances, but they're both really good in the field, decent speed, especially Willie Mays, and I personally like their swings. I personally like the cards, so I don't mind using them in center field and left field. Really like the team. I would give it a 9.8 out of 10. Now we move on to their starting rotation and the bullpen. We have 99 DeGrom, Felix, Cole Hamels that I really like, Nolan Ryan, and Justin Verlander. These are probably 5 of the top 7 pitchers in the game, in my opinion. DeGrom, number 2, Verlander, number 1, Felix, either 4 or 5, Cole Hamels, like 6, 7, and Nolan Ryan, probably 6, 7. So I really like the rotation. Not a lot I would change here unless you can get Arrieta or you can add McCullers to this rotation over maybe Cole Hamels or Nolan Ryan. Really like the rotation. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. And then the bullpen, you did say you're getting Chapman when the BR program drops tomorrow. So I would imagine you're going to replace either Tyler Maztek here or Josh Hader. I prefer you replace Hader. I think Hader's a little outdated at this point. Andrew Miller, though, Brusdar Graterol, Blake Trinan, Camilo Doval, get that sidearm release, 99 Jansen, and 99 Mariano Rivera. So you're still missing some players in the bullpen, but it's definitely a good bullpen. I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. Once you get guys like Aroldis Chapman tomorrow, like you said, once you get the Billy Wagner, 99 Gossage, this will be even better. Overall, though, I think your team is a 9.6 out of 10. Our third team of the video, halfway through the video, comes from Patty Ice. And real quick, if you're enjoying the video and you're finding it useful, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you were new. I would greatly appreciate it. And Patty has an interesting team here. Not a lot of cards that we see often anymore in this game. Ralph Kiner, especially, I really don't like that card. He has really good hitting stats, but in-game his swing is just so bad. I don't think he's that good at the plate, and then he's horrible in the field with bad speed. Definitely don't recommend that card. Eric Davis is great if you're not playing a Hall of Fame or legend because of the lack of contact against righties. If you're on higher difficulties, don't think he's the best card, but if you're on All-Star or lower, he's actually a pretty good card. Then we have Mike Piazza. We have Wade Boggs, who you don't see a lot. Has an interesting swing, kind of a slap swing at the ball. Good contact, not great power, but again, if you're playing on lower difficulties, he's not bad. Barry Larkin, I'd say there's better shortstop options than him. Guys like Wander Franco, Francisco Lindor, Trey Turner, Honus Wagner, I'll take over Larkin. Jackie's still a good card in this game, but I would rather use one of those shortstop secondaries. At second base, Mookie Betts, if you can get him, or Corey Seager over Jackie Robinson. I like Vlad Jr. We talked about Mike Piazza with the last team, kind of a liability defensively, but good at the plate, hard to hit inside pitches, so he's not bad. And then Mickey Mantle is great. Offense is interesting, not a team you see very often, which I like. We got a little diversity in here. I would give this team an 8.1 out of 10. So the offense was different from a lot of God squads that we've seen in these episodes so far, which I really like. And the rotation and the bullpen is the same exact thing, especially the starting rotation. We have Bob Gibson, Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson, Pedro, and Vita Blue. Now, unfortunately, I don't like any of these cards anymore in this game. To be honest, Pedro Martinez, they give him horrible hits per 9, not the best pitch selection, doesn't have a strikeout pitch. Vita Blue, I believe, was the first 99 overall starter in this game. He is outdated at this point. Walter Johnson has a very easy release to time up at the plate, has double outlier, which I feel is actually a liability for his card because the sinker and the fastball are extremely similar. Very easy to hit that Walter Johnson card. Christy Mathewson is just really bad. No other way to say it. He is just a bad card in my opinion. Even at parallel 5, I would get him out of there. And then Bob Gibson, 99 overall. He's not a bad card. He's probably like a top 20 starter, so he's probably the best of the cards that we see in your starting rotation. Definitely recommend going to check out my top 10 starting pitchers video, but these are just my opinion. So if you like the cards, keep rolling with them, but I'm going to give the starting rotation a 7.5 out of 10. And then the bullpen, we have some good cards. We got Trevor Hoffman, we got Mariano Rivera, we have Garrett Richards, we have Alex Reyes, we have Craig Kimbrell, who I kind of don't like anymore, only 3 pitches. Liam Hendricks too, very generic pitch selection. Josh Hader isn't bad. Once you're able to elevate your bullpen, get some of those studs into the bullpen, the 99 righties, you have the 97 Chapman, you have the Andrew Miller, you have the Billy Wagner, 99 overall. I think the bullpen will be a lot better, but as it stands right now, kind of like the rotation, I would say it's middle of the pack. Gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 as well. So overall, I would say your team is a 7.8 out of 10. The next team of the episode comes from Cosmic TV, who says he's one buy order away from Chipper Jones, and once he gets Chipper, no more Eddie Matthews. I like that play. Chipper at third, obviously. Then what I would say is we have Trey Turner, Honus Wagner, Kike Hernandez, and Chris Taylor all on the team. Personally, this is what I would do. When you get Chipper Jones, you put Chipper at third. I would move Trey Turner to second base. I would put either Kike Hernandez or Chris Taylor at shortstop, Trey at second. Get rid of Honus Wagner unless you want to use him in left field. You don't have any better outfielder options. I think that's the best way to format your team once you get Chipper Jones into the lineup. I already spoke about Frank Thomas in a previous team. I prefer Vlad Jr. and I prefer Lou Gehrig over Frank Thomas and maybe even David Ortiz. David Ortiz kind of has a better swing than Frank Thomas in my opinion because of the size of Frank Thomas, but he's not a bad card. Top 5 first base in the game. Adley, I love. He's my favorite catcher in the game. And then we have Mickey Mantle once again in the outfield. Offense has a lot of good key pieces, especially once you get Chipper Jones. Jones, but as it stands right now, I'm going to give you an 8.5 out of 10. So an 8.5 for the offense. Now we have the rotation and the bullpen. We have DeGrom, who I love, McCullers I love, Webb is really, really good. Now I don't like Bob Feller, and I don't really like Bob Gibson. We talked about Bob Gibson on a different team already in this episode, probably a top 20 pitcher, but there's way better free options you can get than Bob Gibson, in my opinion. Max Scherzer, Felix Hernandez, just to name a couple, Cole Hamels as well from the BR program. I think they're way better than Bob Gibson and Bob Feller, but you do have 3 of the top 8-9 pitchers in the game right now with DeGrom, McCullers, and Logan Webb. So I'm going to give the starting rotation an 8.6 out of 10. And then the bullpen, I really like Graveman still. Dovala's not bad with that sidearm release. Andrew Miller's really good. Mastek is good. Soto's another good lefty. Trinan. So I like the bullpen until we get to Josh Hader and Alex Reyes, because people have seen them all year. They've been in the game for a number of months now. Once you can upgrade to Mariano Rivera, Kenley Jansen, Rich Gossage, I think this bullpen would be better, but I like it as it stands right now. I would give it an 8.7 out of 10. Overall, I would give your team an 8.6 out of 10. Before we get into the final team of today's video, if you did not get picked for this episode, do not be discouraged. Keep sending me your team. I only do 5 every single episode, or else the video will be way too long. Keep sending me your team. You never know if you're going to get picked for a future episode. But the final team of the episode comes from Tristan Fitzek. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching the video if I mispronounced your name, but you have a really good team as well, kind of similar to the first one that we saw in the episode. We have Chipper Jones, third base, parallel 5. You have your Cap at shortstop. You have Mookie Betts at second, which I really like. Bellinger at first is actually a really good play. He's a lefty bat that's great against righties, one of the best swings in the game, stud defensively, and really good speed for the first baseman spot. So I really, really like that. We have Ali behind the plate, who I said with the last team is my favorite catcher in the game. Chris Taylor, I really like in left field. Ton of great outfielder options in the game at this point in the year. Mickey Mantle at center field. Everybody should have this card on their team. We've talked about him enough. And then Bryce Harper, another great lefty bat that's great against righties, better against lefties, I believe, than Cody Bellinger. Not the fielder, though, that Cody Bellinger is in the outfield, but he does have a cannon of an arm with decent speed. So I really like the offense. Great cards here. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think there's still some room to improve, but still a really, really good offense. So the offense was excellent. The rotation and the bullpen look excellent as well. We have Verlander, Kershaw, DeGrom, Ohtani, Logan Webb, all top 10 pitchers. Verlander, DeGrom, top 2 pitchers, Ohtani, Logan Webb, and Kershaw, probably towards the back end of the top 10, but still really good pitchers at this point in the year. I do like Felix, McCullers, Jake Arrieta over guys like Kershaw, Ohtani, and Logan Webb. That's my personal opinion. If you don't want to use them, you do not have to, but that's my opinion. I'm going to give the rotation, though, a 9.4 out of 10. The bullpen looks excellent as well. We have the 96 Blake Trinan, 97 Dennis Eckersley, Rob Nen, Aroldis Chapman, all 3 of the 99 righties. You have Gossage, Mariano Rivera, and Kenley Jansen. Really like that. You do have the 98 Andrew Miller as well. Once you're able to get 97 Chapman and 99 Billy Wagner, this bullpen would probably be a 10 out of 10, because Rob Nen and the gold Aroldis Chapman would go. Really like the bullpen as it stands right now with the 399 righties, Andrew Miller and Blake Trinan. I'm going to give it a 9.7 out of 10. Overall, I'm going to give your team a 9.6 out of 10. Okay, everyone, that's going to do it for the video today. Another episode of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams in the books. If you guys want to see another episode, 75 likes on this video by the end of this week, and this weekend I will drop episode number 13 of me rating your Diamond Dynasty teams. As always, if you want a chance to be featured in a future episode, make sure you are following me on Twitter. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try to implement Instagram into the next episode, so stay tuned for that. But make sure you're following me at all my social links. And if you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, always do me a favor, click that like button, hit that subscribe button if you were new. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's gonna do it for me today, everyone. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.